Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this new moon in Leo chat and reading. Now, before I get started, because I want to, I want to do this quickly and then continue on with what we're doing today. But I felt like I needed to do this, and I wanted to show you guys my guinea pig. Hold on, I have to get him comfortable. But I wanted to show you guys, this is Harry. This is my guinea pig. Now I have another one by the name of Jeffrey. Okay, no one's watching right now, so you'll have to, when you do start watching, you'll have to go back. But I don't know why, I just felt like I wanted to show you guys one of my guinea pigs. The other one is in the pen, and it's too hard for me to try and catch them both at the same time, and quite frankly, I don't trust leaving one of them in here by themselves. But yeah, I wanted you guys to meet Harry. Say hi. So now Harry's the one that is very demanding. So he's the one that I argue with the most when it comes to, sorry, let me just move these aside so I can see the comments. Yes, Harry is the most demanding one. He's the one that is always the, I love him very much, though. He's always, what do you call that? He's the advocate. So he's the one that's always speaking up for both of them. So if they want food, he's the one that speaks up. But he's really sweet and very easy to communicate with. And very nice. Very sweet boy. He's like, why am I in here? What are you doing? He's such a sweetie pie. Next time I do a live, I'll show you guys Jeffrey. But I feel like Jeffrey gets a lot of airtime anyway, like on my personal profile. But yeah, next time I'll show you guys Jeffrey, sorry. I get their names mixed up like children. But yeah, next time. And I'm going to put him back now because he likes to poop and pee and he doesn't care. So I'm going to take my microphone off and I'm just going to put him back. But say bye, Harry. Say bye to the audience. He's like, just put me back, please. I'll be back. Okay. He's so cute. I absolutely love him. He's such a sweetheart. He's not always a sweetheart, but he's a sweetheart just because he's adorable. Like I said, he's very demanding, and he could eat all day. I feel like the other one, Jeffrey, that I'll show you another time, he's a little bit more like a baby, and he's more gentle, and he's more like, if you give him food, he's not going to snatch it like Harry will. Jeffrey's more like, can I take this? Can I take this piece of lettuce? But they're both adorable in their own way. So yeah, I thought that would be nice. I just wanted to share that with you all, because they're a big part of my life. But yes, I hope you're all doing well today. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the energies of this new moon in Leo first before we get into the reading. I'm going to try not to spend too long on it so we can kind of help things move at a good pace. But I'll just let you know what I've noticed for myself. And one of the things that I've noticed for myself, hi Monica, how are you? Few of the things that I've noticed for myself actually is that the energies lately have been very revealing in terms of what's the next step for me. What the next steps are slowly being revealed. And what I've noticed that in comparison to the past, where maybe if I had tuned into those next steps in the past, I would have been nervous about it. I would have been unsure. but I could feel deep within my heart that whatever's next, I know that I'm meant to do. So there's no doubt there. There's no fear there. It's a completely heart-aligned path. So whatever's next, I have confidence that it's going to be fine. And I feel like the energy of Leo is very heart attuned. So one of the things I sensed today was that the energy of this new moon was really bringing us into our hearts full force, like really centering us within the heart space, meaning that whatever our hearts call for, that's what we're going to be called to follow. And what's really cool about this new moon too is that it feels like a new moon, but at the same time it doesn't. So it has like this energy where it could pass as a full moon in a way, but not really that either. So the energy isn't as intense as a full moon could be, but the energy is still full in a way, if you know what I'm saying. So the energy is very full, it's very bright, it's very luminous. You can tell that for those that are aligned to this energy and that are ready for the next steps, that it's pushing us to the next level. It's pushing us out of our comfort zone, because there were things that came through for me personally today that I had to consider for myself. And I'm like, wait a second, can I do that? Like, so at first when it came through, that was my feeling, like, wow, like that's big. Like, can I do that though? But then after I asked myself that, there was no doubt. It's like, yeah, you're ready. So I feel like for those that have been really working on themselves or purifying, healing, doing all these things, we're being catapulted into the next stage. So this requires a certain level of openness. And I think I said in my other posts before on Instagram and on here that it requires you to be adventurous. So you're going to have to be willing to do something new, something that's out of the ordinary for you, something that calls you out of your comfort zone. So it's an energy that calls us to do something different than we've done in the past. And it may be more than what you're expecting, so with that, you might be like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for that. But you are, so the Leo energy gives us the courage and the confidence to follow our hearts with strength and conviction, okay? Now, another thing that I've noticed for myself, which I am still in the midst of processing, is that this moon has, or this energy overall has called me to look at the theme of forgiveness, okay? And forgiveness has been a difficult theme for me, because I have found it hard over the years to forgive people, okay? I've been able to do it, but it's been difficult, and it's taken a long time to bring this forgiveness into my heart. Probably out of the fear that maybe something will happen again that I don't like, and the vulnerability that forgiveness can bring us, to. But what has dawned upon me as well is that, as I've said before, what we feel about ourselves, we tend to project onto other people. So it has dawned upon me that I tend to be very hard on myself. Okay, I tend to be very hard on myself, and I have certain standards for myself. So then I project that onto other people, and that's not good. That's not good. You don't want to hold people to your standards, because people are not you. So one of the things that has been unfolding for me lately is getting into the energy of learning how to forgive myself and to not be so hard on myself, and to have compassion for myself and compassion for others. Okay. And you may have seen in my posts that I wrote about the energy of the Pegasus and these magical beings. I want to write a little bit more about that, but it'll probably be in my blog on my website. So when I do that, I'll link you guys to it, because I want to explain a little bit more about what I experienced, as well as anything else that I feel these beings want to share. Okay. So I think I want to get into the reading. I'm going to show you all the cards that I'm going to be using. And let me know while I'm getting myself prepared what you've been experiencing during this new moon in Leo. I'm very curious. Because I know there's a few astrological things going on. So some people are feeling very heavy. You know, some people are feeling very down and sad. Some people are feeling anxious and easily triggered. There's a lot of things going on right now. So I'm curious what it is that you are experiencing at this time, that, how the energies are affecting you. So, all right. I'm going to be pulling from 3 decks, 1 card from 2 decks, okay? So basically 2 cards and then the rest. Now, one deck that I have that I'm going to start with, I have the box for, but it's buried somewhere. So I'm not going to be able to show you the box. But I have it in this beautiful bag. And they're the Crystal Reading Cards by Rochelle Sharman. Okay. So I'm going to be pulling a card from this deck today. And then I'm going to be pulling a card from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards. I've never used this deck on, during one of these readings. I've used it before in my private group, but I have not used it with you guys yet. So I'm going to be using this, and I'm excited to use that, pull a card from that. And then for the main deck, I'm going to be pulling 3 to 5 cards, depending on what I feel called to do. I'm actually going to be pulling from the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Okay. So now this deck is interesting because, I feel like the messages can be, you need to interpret them. So, hi, Jaleesa. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Let me know how you're holding up during this new moon energy. I was just talking about that. So yes, so the cards really sometimes need you to kind of sit with them and meditate on them. So they're like a mixture of cards that you read with, but also meditation cards. So we'll see. I was guided to use them. So we'll see what comes out. All right. Okay. So we're going to start with the Crystal Reading cards. Oh, that's deep, Margaret. That's deep, but that's really good stuff, because essentially you're doing shadow work. And that's really good. That's really important. Okay. So I'm glad that this energy has helped you to do that and to really kind of dig deep and see, okay, what's going on and, why is it happening and how can I shift it? Monica, one of the things that I want to say in response to your comment is that I personally feel that ever since the Lionsgate, and some say we're still kind of in that energy, that a lot of people have been feeling tired since then because we're still integrating a lot of those things that we absorbed during that time. And for some people, it left a permanent effect. I know it did for me. Ever since those few days or whatever, when it was really intense, something changed in me permanently. So yeah, I feel like for you, I don't know, Monica, I feel like I want to say that those energies are still integrating. So definitely, take some time to rest and take care of yourself and breathe into your heart space, because it feels like you might be releasing from the chest. So, taking some time to do that might be helpful. Lots of greens too, if you can. All right, so I'm going to be pulling from the Crystal Reading cards. Almost said the Crystal Angels. Crystal Reading cards. And we're going to see what energies Spirit and our spiritual team have for us during this new moon in Leo. So calling upon Mother, Father God, creators of all that is, from the highest vibration of love and light. My allergies are bothering me. Sorry. Okay, what messages do you have for us at this time for this new moon in Leo? So one of the things I am hearing and seeing is that Spirit wants you to know that it sounds very cliche, but your angels and your ancestors are here with you, watching over you, because they say that some of you are going to be making some big leaps, and they want you to know that you are supported as you do that, okay? So that's one of the things that I'm feeling, that through this time of changes and where you're going to be stepping out of your comfort zone, know that your angels and your ancestors are there with you by your side. And they're proud of you. I feel like I want to say that too. They're proud of you and everything that you've been doing, okay? So kind of general, but I feel like it's important for us to know. All right, so here's where I have my dilemmas sometimes, where I feel like there's more than one card, even though I only want to pull one. So we'll see. I feel like I want to pull one more from the top. All right, so let's see what comes out here. Oh, all right. I always do that when these kind of cards come out. But we have the Lovers. This is the Soul Connection crystal. The Lovers. I don't know. I'm like trying to make it so you guys can really see it, but there's a bit of a glare. Sorry about that. Alrighty. So this card is about connecting to others more deeply, okay? I feel this energy, which makes sense because it's a very strong heart energy. This energy of the new moon in Leo is really going to be amplifying that energy in such a way where it's going to bring us closer to our loved ones, okay? So I feel like there's an amplification of romance, actually, all right? So some of you may notice if you are partnered that there's an increase in romance in your relationship. What I get the sense of is that for some of you, it may increase communication in relationships with your loved ones. So you may be talking more, you might be opening up your hearts more and expressing how you feel. But I feel like it's going to bring people closer, okay? Some of this doesn't even necessarily have to be about just relationships, like romantic ones. It could also be with family, getting closer to family members, engaging in more communication. But I really do feel like the sense of closeness and love and just understanding. But I really do feel an emphasis on communication with this. Okay, so I feel like you guys are going to be meeting up in a way where you're like on common ground, you know? So you're going to be seeing eye to eye. That's what I heard. Okay, so that's a good thing. All right, so if you are partnered, you're going to be getting more so in alignment with your significant other, and you're going to be exchanging thoughts and feelings, and you're going to come to an understanding with each other, which is a beautiful thing. This card also encourages more connection with others. So if you're trying to isolate yourself, this card is saying don't do that. This card is saying try not to isolate yourself. Reach out and open yourself up to connecting with other people. Okay, so don't hide yourself, basically. Now, again, I feel called to pull the card on the top, so I'm curious what that says. Ooh, very interesting. So we have black tourmaline, protection. Black tourmaline. This card wants to let you know that you are protected. So, you know, very clear, straight to the point. It wants to let you know that you are protected from any harm, okay? So if you ever feel as though you are vulnerable, pick up a piece of black tourmaline, sit with it, wear it, meditate with it. But it's letting you know that you are protected during this time where you may feel like you're vulnerable, because right now you may be in between worlds. So you're in between the old world and the new world, and you're kind of still adjusting. But Spirit wants to let you know that you are protected during this time. Okay. All right. So I feel like they want me to look at the two cards together. I feel they also want to let you know that if you are partnered, that your relationship is protected. Okay. If you like, you can also place a bubble or a shield of protection around your relationship if you feel like there's, you know, some kind of weird energies trying to come in and get in the way of things. But I feel like they want to let you know that you are protected and your loved ones are protected. Okay, so if you feel also during this time of transition that your loved ones are also vulnerable during this period, know that you have the protection that you need. All right, so there's that. Shoot, I feel like I want to pull one more. This might be a long one. All right, I'm gonna pull. I feel like I want to pull from the middle though. Ha! Wow, double confirmation. Morganite, relationship healing. Look at that. This is why I try not to resist anytime I feel called to pull a card, an extra one. So we have relationship healing. So there's a lot of ties that are being healed right now. There's a lot of heart healing that's going on right now. What I get the sense of is that there's going to be some sort of resolution. Okay, so there's two things. If you are partnered, there's going to be some sort of relationship healing that happens between you and your partner. If you are not, there's going to be relationship healing on the level of your past affiliations with people. That doesn't mean that you call your ex. That doesn't mean that your ex is going to be coming back. What it means is that you are going to be able to release and forgive any sort of issues that you have from past relationships, or even past connections with family members, anything that has determined how you deal with relationships today. That is going to be healing. Your emotions, your mindset when it comes to relationships, there's going to be some deep healing and resolution during this new moon period. It's going to facilitate that level of healing. Okay? I'm also seeing like a childlike baby energy. So I also feel like some of you may go through some sort of healing in regards to children, either your inner child or your connection with children. Yeah, okay. So for some of you, there's inner child healing that's going to happen. And also you're going to be healing when it comes to how you see children. Hi, Daniel. I kind of got started a few minutes ago, but it's still the beginning. So if you can, stay tuned. So you're going to be going through some relationship healing in regards to how you see children, how you connect with children, and how you deal with them. So this is interesting and it's kind of specific. So that it may be for certain people, but I feel like I said, your inner child is going to be going through some healing, and that's going to change how you see children and how you connect with them. Because I feel like for some of you, the way you connect with children has a lot to do with how you were treated as a child, or what has happened to you over the years. It may have affected with how you see children. So this is interesting. Some of you might also get pregnant. Okay, so just be mindful of that. If you don't want to get pregnant right now, use protection and be careful. So moving on. Yes, so if just be mindful of that. Okay, and just be open. I mean, it feels great to me. It feels really good. So lovers, romance, know that you're protected. Know that your partner, your family is protected, your loved ones. And there will be some deep levels of relationship healing. It's really going to be good for you. Really going to be good for your heart. Really going to be good for how you connect with yourself and your own sense of self-worth and self-love. All right. So this is good stuff. I'm really glad that I've pulled all those cards. All right. So we're going to be moving on to the Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards. All right. Which is this one by Izzy Ivy. And she does beautiful artwork. She does the artwork and she does the booklet. Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right, well, and you can always watch later if you get distracted, Daniel. No problem. All right, so we're going to be pulling from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards, and we'll see what comes through for us, see what's going on. Seeing the number 7. Which says to me, harmony. That's amazing. That means that, to me, what that says is that this full moon is going to facilitate energies of harmony and balance coming into your life. So what I get the sense of is that some of you might start to feel that things are starting to balance out a little bit, or you'll start to feel like that. I feel like maybe in the next week or so, that things are really starting to come together. And, excuse me, with these old cycles that have closed out, you'll notice that things go more smoothly. They'll start to move more smoothly, okay? Okay, alrighty. So I'm called to pull the first card on top. I might pull another one. We'll see what happens. Top card, let's see. Oh my goodness. Heart chakra. And let me tell you, I love these cards because look at that artwork. Look at that. I don't know if I feel like she's channeling when she's doing this artwork. Because if you meditate on these cards, they bring so much healing. All right. So this card is the heart chakra. I see so much expansion happening in the heart space. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I see so much expansion happening here, transformation. I just feel like so many things that may have weighed you down in the past and may have affected your perspective are really going to be released during this period. And I feel like how we connect to our mothers is also going to be healing. So there's a certain level of divine feminine / mother healing that's going to be happening. We have Mother Mary that's coming through with this card and bringing through healing as well, letting you know that she is your divine mother and that she is always here for you if you ever need comfort or support. And in the expansion of your heart space, this is going to bring you to a space of deeper wisdom and inner knowing, okay? So I wanted to read the card as well. It says, unfurling back to love, okay? One of the things that I'm seeing too with this, that there, like I said, there's a transformation occurring. And you may notice that divine timing is really coming into play here. That there are certain events that start to unfold at the right time. So I feel like if they're mentioning that, that means that something, it's the right time for something. So the timing is right for something to come together. That's like what I get the sense of. So your direction might start to become more clear. You might start to maybe go in another direction that you didn't see coming. But all of this is meant for you. It's meant to support you in the expression of your truest self and your highest being. It's really beautiful. This is a beautiful thing. I'm really excited about this. So lots of heart energy. What a surprise with the Leo energy, right? All right, so I feel called to pull the second one, so I'm going to do that. Ooh, so, okay, interesting. It kind of goes in line with what we saw before. Communication, co-creation. So again, this card has to do with connecting with others. So you might be called to collaborate with other people. So this energy might facilitate that for you. You might be called to collaborate with others. You might also be called to work with your tribe. So your tribe might be coming in and you might be connecting to them even more. So again, it brings up this energy of try not to isolate yourself. That's a message for me too, actually, because I have a tendency to do that. Do not isolate yourself. Okay, be open to connecting with others, collaborating with others, and having friendships, sharing ideas, sharing thoughts, and working together towards a common goal. All right. So I get the sense there's like this energy of like a spiritual community or just a community. It doesn't have to be spiritual, whatever that means for you. Just forming a community of people that you connect with on the same level. Okay. I love this because I feel like it's going to bring a lot of healing and good stuff once you do this, once you collaborate with others or just form these friendships and create bonds with people. All right. So good stuff. Wow. All right, y'all. So I'm going to move on to the final cards, but I have to go to the bathroom. So if you guys could give me a second, it's just hard for me to concentrate if I have to go to the bathroom. So just give me one moment. That way I can be fully dedicated. I am back. Had a chance to put some lip gloss on too, because with all that talking, my lips got kind of dry. All right, so I feel better now, so I can concentrate. Everyone, my brother is introducing himself to everyone, so say hi. He's awesome. He's been very supportive, which I appreciate. Is that because I went to the bathroom? So now you've always been very good with that. And, very friendly and talking to people. So I appreciate that. Oh yeah, so Isis Oracle. This is what we'll be pulling from now. So I'm very curious to see what comes out here, because I don't think there are a lot of heart cards in the Isis Oracle. So this will give things some variety. Let's see here. Alrighty. Alright, so I think I'm gonna pull the first 3 cards on top, but I do feel like there are cards at the bottom. 3 or 4. 3 or 4 cards from the top. It's getting cloudy here. All right, so let's see what comes out. First and foremost, I like this card. So the first card we have here, so the cards are very glossy, so I have to kind of, it's a hard one. Pillar of Light, that's the name of the card. That's Isis there on a pillar. Descent of the Star of Isis. So that's what the card says. What this says to me is that there is a lot of energy coming in. Okay? There's a lot of energy coming in, what I heard, source energy coming in, that is going to be processed through your being. And this will attune your intuition to be able to clearly make wise decisions. That's what I get the sense of. So this card says to me, trust your intuition, because you will be receiving guidance on direction for your next steps forward. Okay? That's what I get the sense of with this card. I really do feel like you're going to be receiving a lot of information. So for those of you that don't actively channel, know that your higher self, which is your pure self, is always transmitting stuff through you. You may not realize it, but when stuff just pops into your head, like ideas, inspiration, that is your higher self, okay? So I feel like your higher self is going to be transmitting a lot of information to you, ideas, thoughts, feelings, inspirations. Take action on those things and don't doubt yourself, okay? What I heard is you will be guided to create something, all right? So it may not be this second, but some kind of burst of inspiration is going to come to you where you're going to be guided to create, all right? What I see is that I'm seeing a pyramid. So some of you might be able to work with pyramid energy, either through having, like, let's say a glass pyramid or something like that. But the purpose of that is to help streamline and focus the energy through so it's amplified, so it's easier to perceive. But I also feel like the pyramid is just a representation of how the energy is going to be coming in. It's like going to be very strongly attuned to your higher self. So that's the first thing. First card there. Let's see what else here. All right. This is the Knot of Isis. Energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. All right, so let me just look at this. See, this is what I mean. These cards need to kind of like be interpreted. This says to me, again, this is a card of protection. I get a sense of protection here with this card. And protection as well as support. So I feel the sense of security. So know that as you follow your intuition, the Divine Mother is there with you, supporting you, and giving you the nourishment and stability that you need. All right, so know that you can feel secure and safe in these actions that you will be taking. Okay? I also see this card as a symbol of grounding, but like grounding into yourself, grounding into who you are. So it's like you're getting adjusted to this, you know, and there's different levels of it. But I feel for some of you, Daniel, Carmine is Raphael's mom, just so you know. Just so you know, that's Raphael's mom. So yes, with the Knot of Isis, I feel like this is going to be stabilizing you in yourself, okay? And again, lots of nourishment and support and abundance. I see a lot of abundance with this card too, so that's exciting. All right, next. Now, okay. Talismans of Potency. Okay, Talismans of Potency. I love the art here too, though. It's really cool. Charging sacred objects of power. So what this says to me is that during this period, you may find yourself drawn to and attracted to certain items that are empowering for you, that help you do certain things, that give you confidence, that give you strength. For some of you, you may be called to wear a certain symbol, okay? So you may be called to, let's say, wear, let's say, Eye of Horus, or an Ankh, or even like a pentacle. You may be called to wear like a cross. You might be called to wear certain crystals, okay? You might be called to just keep certain things on you. So some of you might start looking into ways that you can use tools in order to help you get things moving or to help keep things sustained, all right? So what this says to me is that let me look at this a little bit more, because sometimes there's several layers. What this says to me, Also is that there's an increase in confidence also. So you might notice that you're a little bit more open with your expression, okay? So I see that. And I also see Goddess Sekhmet coming in, and I absolutely love her. But I see Goddess Sekhmet coming in and giving us this strength and this confidence to carry out our goals and dreams. So Sekhmet says to stay focused, okay, and remain determined. Hi, Farzana, welcome. Thank you for joining. Sekhmet says to stay strong and determined and to hold your center during this period, okay? At times you might be tested, you know, things that cause you to wonder like, ooh, you know, is this going to work, or am I on the right path? Hold strong to your faith, I feel, is what she's saying, okay? Sorry, I'm just kind of like sitting with the energy. I want to see if there's any more messages here. Yeah, so I feel like this is a good time for you to tune into your inner strength. That's what this feels like to me. All right. Alrighty. And the next one. Okay. Another confirmation of the previous cards. We have Divine Sisterhood. And of course we have my sister Hathor here. Okay. And I love her. And it says, community of the spiritual sisters and brothers of light. So now remember what we were talking about earlier, that we have this energy of friendship, of community, of connecting with other people. Again, I feel something is bubbling when it comes to meeting people that are a part of your soul family, meeting other people that are part of your soul tribe. And when you come together, something happens when you come together with these people, okay? Some sort of energy is like created when you come together with these people. And it completes a circuit in a way. You're complete on your own, so I'm not saying you absolutely can't live without them. But it does do something for your mission and theirs when you come together with these people. So you may find that you are finally able to connect with people that you're on the same page with, that understand what you mean when you say certain things, or when you have certain goals, they may have the same goals as you, okay? And I just feel so much friendship and camaraderie here, okay? So I'm going to look at these cards overall and see if there's anything else. One of the things that I want to say too, I'm kind of going backwards with the, let me put them up. Pillar of Light and the Knot of Isis, the stabilization, is that there is a burst of energy that has come through with this new moon in Leo. So what this says too is give yourself some time to anchor it in and to ground yourself into the energy. We did receive something, probably with this Lionsgate energy as well as this new moon in Leo. It did bring in something, okay? And what that has helped us to do is to ground more into ourselves, okay? So I'm getting that. And some of you will be tapping into your inner priestess/priest as well. I'm just looking at this card here, and I'm seeing that for some people, your third eye is really going to be popping, is really going to be opening up, which allows you to see the truth in situations, okay? It's not just about visions and dreams and stuff. It's about seeing the truth in situations. So, yeah, so the last message is I get that as you come into yourself and reveal yourself more and more spiritually, you will come into contact with your soul tribe, okay? And you will align, and you may even work together, take on projects together, but it is important for you to have some sort of community with this energy, okay? It's good stuff, I'm telling you. Great. Okay, I was called to pull one more. I just felt like 5. All right, so I wanted to pull one more. because I looked at the 4 cards and I saw the number 5. So I got the sense that there's one more in order to make it complete. And the card that we got, which is really cool, is Proper Burial for Freedom. So if you see, that is Osiris there. All right, and this is a sarcophagus. And it says, sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. So what this says is that during this period, you are going to have to give up things that are dead weight. And I think I talked about this in one of my posts, is that you're going to have to give up any mindset, any thoughts, any beliefs that are dead, that are not serving any purpose. You are not going to be able to take everything with you into this period. And I'm glad I pulled this card. You're not going to be able to take everything with you into this period. So what this says is that the old you has to die. Okay? The old you that maybe didn't have confidence in themselves, that questioned everything, you know, that self-sabotaged. That stuff is going to have to go. So I feel like what I feel guided to tell you to do is kind of make a list of certain habits that you are ready to release. Whether it be self-sabotage, whether it be codependency, whether it be lack of self-confidence or low self-esteem, write these things down and burn it as a way to release these energies, okay? So you are going to be experiencing a rebirth if you are not already feeling that, but there is a rebirth. You are going to be, how can I say this? I see people kind of being in like a stone coffin and then re-emerging a new person. So you're going to be reborn, a new person. Okay? All right, everybody. So that was our new moon in Leo reading. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope that the messages resonated. I'll be posting the video on YouTube. For those that want to rewatch that for some reason don't want to watch on here, you know, you never know. Okay, and yeah, I'll see you all next time, and I send you all so much love. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.